Well, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome, all my new supporters. Welcome. I know I can't even hold my laugh, and I'm over here chuckling at how ridiculous this title is. Once again, back with some BS. Gosh, we can't get a break. I mean, hey, here we go. Another reaction video to one of Trump's ridiculous moves, I guess. Original video link will be down below in the description. Once again, thank you everyone for joining me today. Today we'll be reacting to Canadians need to be prepared to face new security measures at U.S. border immigration expert. Does that say expert? Okay, cool. That say immigration expert. I didn't even have to read that part, but it's cool. Yo, last video we checked out, you guys already know the old man had to give a DNA sample and was still denied access to the U.S. How you gonna violate him like that? And he was so strong on, I'm not giving you no DNA. You ain't getting no sample. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was strong on it. And then eventually he just gave in because it was like, all right, this is getting ridiculous. You know, are you going to just let me go through? And they still denied him. So he tried to get the sample off the files and all that, because what, you going to keep his sample in the files and stuff to remember him or something like that? No, we're not doing that. But I be telling people, when you get to these borders, oh, you better not bring your real phone. You got to be clueless if you're going to really bring your real phone. Okay, I'm not bashing nobody, but there's going to be a lot of people in the comments like, Strac, I bring my phone out, it's perfectly fine. For now, they're invading everything. I'm talking about fingerprints and everything. Face ID recognition, all that in the system. What you going to do about that? I'm not with it, man. And the TSA, all the, you know, like the TSA workers and stuff that work all in the airports within the U.S., check this out. They've been literally training the ICE agents, man, their positions. So ICE is literally going to, excuse me, you know, take their position. So what's going to happen to the TSA workers, man? They're going to be nothing more but just customers roaming through that airport next time they take a trip. They don't even work there no more. Because you didn't give your job, you didn't give your position to an ICE agent. You sitting there training them. Like, I was looking at the videos and stuff. Yo, that's ridiculous. And they take it over for real. And they strong, they powerful. Man, they got him over like a gang, yo. It's not even a joke. I'm serious. It's not even a joke. I'm serious. It's not even a joke. I'm serious. I'm like, man.
Canadians traveling to the U.S. are facing new rules at the border after U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order on stricter requirements for foreign visitors.
We regret that we're not going down. In a sense, we met some great people, some great Americans, some great Canadians at the RV parks we stayed at, and we enjoyed our stay down there.
Under the order, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security must ensure that all non-Americans staying in the country for more than 30 days register with the government. The new measures that come into play December 26th expand security screening, including mandatory fingerprinting and photographs for visitors. With me now is Warren Kreitz, certified specialist in immigration law. Warren, thank you for being here.
Now, they gave us this information before. You know, that's how I knew. They got DNA, hair sample. They got all that. You know, saliva. They swab and they doing all that. I think he said it was a swab. They doing all that. There's so many ways to get your DNA. Man, they gonna pull you out the car and swab your steering wheel. What? Oh!
Kreitz, certified specialist in immigration law. Warren, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, these new measures at the U.S. border include things like mandatory fingerprinting and photographs. Let's start here. What do you make of all of this?
Well, the name of the executive order to which you referred, which was signed by President Trump in January 20th of this year, is called Protecting the American People Against Invasion. So it's got a pretty embellished title. Canada's included in the list now. We used to be
Protecting American people from invasion.
a pretty embellished title. Canada's included in the list now. We used to be exempt from almost everything. But Canadians, and I mean Canadian citizens.
Now, do you see how he did that? Canada is included in the list. We used to be exempt from everything because you know how they was backdoor Canada before. Bro, Trump did not want to invite Canada to none of the meetings with all the other leaders and stuff at that table. Why? Because like I keep saying, Canada was on the plate. Canada was an entree, main dish. It was something on the menu. That's why you guys haven't been involved within the conversations and certain meetings and stuff that was held previously. You know, and you know, Carney noticed that over the time, for real. And I actually got that from him. He said, and I know for sure if we're not at the table with them, then hey, we're on a dinner plate, you know? And that's just crazy. Canada's was never involved before, but hey, at least they got involved for something now. Look, Canada finally got involved for something. They got put on the list. They got put on the list as a threat. Bro, give me a break. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro, I can't take this, bro. I can't take this. I can't take this.
Exempt from almost everything. But Canadians, and I mean Canadian citizens, including permanent residents, are now required to register. I mean, the adjudication at the border is a lot more thorough, a lot more detailed, and perhaps at times a lot more hostile. There's two reasons for this. One is the Trump administration is requiring U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers to be that way. But it's also because there are fewer travelers, which means these same officers have more time to spend on each examination. That is to say, each person presenting in front of them.
Now, we're already hearing stories of confusion over the new...
Another thing I also... So this is like basically an update video, guys, you know. Another thing that I realized was that... Well, a lot of people also told me there will be license plates. Like, you know how we have our license plates? There will be like cameras to identify the license plates, but save them in the system. So they still got you. So you still got your vehicle license plate. Even if you do pass through, they still got your identification. You ain't getting off that easy just because the light turned green for you. You're lucky. You know? They're looking at you like this as you drive. Yeah, they want you. They want you.
Rules. Some travelers have already gotten conflicting information about forms that they have to fill out versus not fill out. What do Canadians need to know before crossing the border?
Well, as before, and this has been true for a very long time, Canadians need to be prepared. And being prepared means bring documents to authenticate, to verify, to corroborate the oral examination, the questions, the answers. Border officers want to see third-party authentication or verification. So they want to see that Canadians are domiciled in Canada, that is to say they're living here, and they're going to America for a temporary purpose, which will be explained by the traveler. But the traveler needs to take documents, proof of, their domicile, their home, their rent, their tax paid, their bank accounts, so that...
What? Their home, their rents, their tax paid, their bank accounts? What, you want my social security numbers?
Their rent, their tax paid, their bank accounts, so that they're self-sustaining, any and all documents that demonstrate that they're pied-à-terre, this is a French term for
like this before,
their foot
man.
on the ground, is more centered in Canada than anywhere else, and they're only going to the States for a temporary purpose. So make the job easy for the U.S. border officer. I always use a term in my law practice called feed the baby the pablum. Just give the officer everything that they need to make their job easy, and the border crossing should go smooth and easy.
All right. If someone runs into a snag, what should they do?
Well, listen to the reasons why there is a snag. And if you want to try a second time, don't go to another border crossing. That's not appreciated by U.S. border officers. Don't just drive down the border and go to another place or go to another airport. Leave. You're allowed usually to remove your application for entry. Go and get the documents that the officer is saying have been missing or deficient, and try a second time. and get professional advice if you feel you need it.
Some good advice for us, Warren. Thank you very much for your time today. Appreciate it. That is Warren Kreitz, a certified specialist in immigration law. Take care.
Certified specialist in immigration law. You say, okay, I need to call him. Because when it's time for me to go across, I don't want no issues. And best believe Strac giving issues if they give me issues. I'm not the one to really comply. I'm not really the one to really comply. So I feel like they would be on me. Oh, let's go. Let's get him. You know, all right. I don't know. Please let me know, guys. Share some new information, some new updates as well pertaining to this down below in the comment section. I love you all so much. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Turn all post notifications on. Follow my Twitch. Subscribe to my YouTube channels. All of them down below in the description pertaining to all the other beautiful countries out there in the world. I don't know why. For some reason, I just continue to, make more channels. But I tell myself this every time. Here you go. Making another channel. But I love it. And I'm just going to keep on going down the list. And you guys are going to see a lot of countries that you may not really had first in mind. Like, oh, that's a nice country. How did I not think of that? And hey, I'm telling you, y'all gonna want to tune in. I'm doing all the countries. I love you all so much. Stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.